Hi, welcome to TNT Monday, the 2nd of February. Hope you've had a good weekend. No matter where you are in the world, we're going to concentrate here on some of the main news stories around Thailand. There's just a lot of news happening at the moment, and I know there's a lot of distraction from anybody who may have come to TNT in the past. So we'll do our best to try and present what's happening here in Thailand. We start with this story. Thailand cracks down on mule accounts with new mobile banking rules, thousands of foreigners affected. And under the new rules, the name on a mobile banking account must match the registered SIM card owner. Now, a lot of foreigners in Thailand have got bank accounts and have got SIM cards, so this probably applies to you. Banks will notify users if discrepancies are found, and affected customers must verify their identity at mobile service centres by the end of April this year. Failure to do so will result in being locked out of your mobile banking and possibly the entire account. And further to that, certain exceptions apply, including government agencies, corporate accounts, and individuals with legal constraints. The government urges users to check their status through banking apps and comply with the verification process. If no notification is received, mobile banking services remain unaffected. So it looks like under this new system, the banks may be contacting you to check that the bank account details may be connected to your phone, your SIM card account are the same. So if you do get some contact from the bank, don't be overly concerned. Let's go to the Bangkok Post now. There has been some local elections around the country over the weekend and, well, some interesting results. And poll wins a boon for BJT, that's Phumjai Thai, led by Anitin Charnvirakul. And says Phumjai Thai leader Anitin Charnvirakul now has a better chance of becoming Thailand's next Prime Minister in the next election. Now, we should say that the general election isn't scheduled for another 2 or 3 years, but these local elections give a bit of a wind vane as to what's happening politically at the moment, and perhaps sets things up for the next couple of years. In the end of that paragraph, they cite Phumjai Thai's performance in Saturday's local polls as an indicator of the party's growing popularity. And this paragraph, the party performed better than expected in the elections as the ruling Thai party and its de facto leader, Thaksin Shinawatra. I love the way they just almost throw away that line, de facto leader Thaksin Shinawatra. Appeared to have lost their grip on several constituencies in the north and northeast, which were once party strongholds. Thai and its networks secured the leadership of 16 provincial administrative organisations, followed by its coalition partner Phumjai Thai, which took 14 seats. And the opposition party, the People's Party, won only one seat in Saturday's PAO election. Now, the People's Party is the latest iteration of the Move Forward Party, which got the highest number of seats in last year's general election. How the mighty have fallen, only getting one seat in Saturday's elections. And it says, despite fielding candidates in 17 provinces, independent candidates won 3 seats, Democrats also won 3 seats. A political science expert at the Rangsit University said the results give Phumjai Thai more negotiating power ahead of the next general election. As such, it may opt for a different coalition partner in the next election. Pure speculation, even if Thai managed to secure the highest number of House seats. Now, a lot of people say, Thai politics has got nothing to do with me. Well, if you do live here, of course it's got to do with you, and the policies of the various governments change from time to time. And, well, the government at the end of the day pulls the strings on your visas, things like tourist visas. So, yeah, we just need to keep a bit of a overhead look on what's happening with Thai politics. As we go to the state of the air and last week's experiment in Bangkok of providing free public transport. Well, how did all this go? And Nation Thailand reports Surya, that's the Transport Minister, declares success of 7-day free public transport measure. Bangkok's 7-day free public transport initiative saw a 37% rise in bus passengers and a nearly 40% increase in electric train users. The scheme reduced pollution, says the Transport Minister, with 350,000 fewer vehicles on the streets. The Transport Minister noted that on the first day of the measure, the 25th of January, the level of PM 2.5 in Bangkok significantly dropped. The Transport Minister just missed a few little things. Firstly, on the first day of the free public transport for a week, the wind changed direction. That certainly helped. And on the final day of the 7-day experiment, which was last Friday, Bangkok had the 7th worst air quality in the world, the worst air quality it's had over the past 12 months. But he sort of forgot that one. Anyway, as a result, the Transport Ministry will proceed with implementing the 20 baht flat fare by September this year. So this was one of the main policies of Pheu Thai before the last general election last year, and it means that no matter if you have one stop or 20 stops on, say, the SkyTrain or the MRT, you'll only pay 20 baht. But not everybody was a big fan of last week's 7 days of free public transport. Some expressed frustration on their Facebook pages, stating that the normally high fares of the BTS SkyTrain made it convenient for them to commute to work and back home. They complained that since they now had to share the train with maids and security officers who previously could not afford the fare, they decided to drive to work instead. Oh yes, you don't want maids and security officers on the public transport, heaven forbid. I'm pretty sure they would have got some fairly swift response after those comments. Now, yesterday, this was on Nation Thailand Facebook page. Several flights had to be diverted from Don Mueang International Airport to Suvarnabhumi in Samut Prakan due to poor visibility caused by smog yesterday morning. Don Mueang reported the visibility above the airport dropped to 150 metres at 7 a.m. Yeah, pilots wouldn't be a big fan of flying around with that sort of smog. Now, one of the responses to that particular Facebook post was from this person, Nigel Joey Leggett, who said the nation calls it smog, everyone else calls it PM 2.5 and or PM 10. And he lists these major sources of PM 2.5 in Thailand, the source being Greenpeace, and open burning produces, according to these figures, nearly 210 tonnes a year. Manufacturing industry, 65 tonnes, vehicles, 50 tonnes, electricity generation, nearly 32 tonnes, and household business, 28 tonnes. So according to those figures anyway, the open burning, by far the biggest contributor of the PM 2.5 in Thailand. Acknowledging 5 Star Marine as our main sponsor, and just directing you to this particular video. It's a video we made in the first couple of weeks this year, directing people to the bioluminescence tour by 5 Star Marine. Now this is a late afternoon and evening tour because you need, of course, nighttime to really appreciate the bioluminescence. So there's a link to that particular video in this video today. As we head to some news in Phuket, reported in the Bangkok Post. 9 injured in Bangkok bus plunge. 9 people, including 7 foreigners, were injured when a tour bus plunged 20 metres down a hill from a road heading to Patong Beach on Saturday afternoon. Now, it wasn't the Patong Beach Hill, it was the Kaon Hill where this happened. And then further down, the force of the crash injured 9 people. 5 men and 4 women. They were 4 Chinese, 2 Russians, a German and a Thai woman, and the Thai driver. 4 of them were sent to Patong Hospital. To at least a little bit of good news today, this is reported in the channelnewsasia.com website. Extremely positive. Tiger numbers bouncing back in Thailand's deep wild west. Now, I've actually been following this story quite a lot over my 13 years doing news here in Thailand, and the fate of the Indochinese tiger has not been looking good, so this is a bit of good news. And over years now of detection and monitoring like this, researchers have revealed that the tiger, a king of the jungle, is making a comeback here. This is basically Western Thailand. And while tigers have seen their population numbers decimated across the globe and their natural territories encroached on and converted, across Thailand's vast protected forest areas in the country's west and northwestern regions, the story is different. Overall in Thailand, there was an estimated 179 to 223 adult tigers in the wild. And this area in the west of Thailand could potentially support up to 2,000 tigers given the right protection, according to the Wildlife Conservation Society. And I'll put a link to that Channel News Asia story, a much longer story, including a video, in the description of today's program. Now, it's not just tigers that we're seeing here in Thailand, also pandas. And this in the streets of Bangkok, basically a panda invasion. Not sure if anybody caught this during the weekend, but it looks like pandas are taking over the streets of Bangkok. So watch out for those marauding pandas. Thanks for dropping in today. Hopefully you're a bit more up to date with some of the things happening around Thailand. Please subscribe to the channel. That would be much appreciated. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow.